Facing challenges and overcoming setbacks is part of doing business. Whether you have the expertise to survive them or not could mean the difference between success or failure. Welcome to We Are Women, featuring revealing conversations that provide invaluable insights into the success secrets of female masterminds. A must listen for every entrepreneurial woman. Now here's your host, Janeen Vosper.
Welcome to this special episode of the We Are Women podcast. A little bit different today. I'm not going to run through the introductions of my guests, and I've got a couple of guests on. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. They're amazing ladies that I have worked closely with running half-day trainings, running retreats, and working on branding. So I'm going to start with Sumiko Eyears. Sumik, can you tell people a little bit about yourself and what you do, please?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Janeen. My name is Sumiko Eyears of Sumico Photography. I have a professional photographer specializing in portrait and personal branding and headshots. And I love giving women, especially women, confidence through my photography.
Thank you, Sumi. And Moana Robinson is based on the Gold Coast, and I have to say, one of the best stylists I've ever come across, and a great shopping companion. I went looking for a dress the other day. How many dresses did I try on? One. And I found the exact dress.
Thanks, Janeen. I am a personal stylist and also a coach. I like to think that I style from the inside out. It's more important to me for women to feel like their best version of themselves. And yes, I do love shopping. I love helping people to shop, and I love holding up the mirror so that women can see the best versions of themselves and the colors and the clothes and the styles that highlight their best features, their skin, their hair, and their eyes. And I really love what I do.
I know you certainly do, and it was such fun the other day. Moana knows where to go, which is helpful when it comes to finding that one dress. And for somebody that does like nice clothes but doesn't like going shopping at all, it was a fun experience because it was just the right place. It wasn't the usual department store type of experience. Even it was something special. And yes, once we saw that one dress, we knew that was the one. I've got some business distinction awards to go to, and it was absolutely perfect for that. So thank you very much, Moana. What I wanted to ask now, Sumi, just as we were chatting beforehand, you mentioned that you are doing a photo shoot for a jewelry brand, but it's also one of my clients, but it's the brand. It's that not just the portraits, but it's the essence. I think that's what I think you pull out. So you want to tell us about the photo shoot that you've got coming up?
Oh, that will. She said she wants to have a photo shoot Bridgerton theme. So I had a look at the. I thought about how I can get that kind of feeling, and I searched and I look at the photos, and I came up with a concept and presented to her, and she liked it. And so I'm going to see her with the venue where I am photographing and put everything together. And I thought I have a lot of dresses and accessories at my studio, so maybe we can put something together for that.
What was the theme? I didn't quite catch it, Sumi.
Bridgerton.
Oh, how good. That's I think if anyone has never watched Bridgerton, which I can't imagine that there are people out there that haven't watched it, it's the costuming and the essence of this period that's going to be fantastic. And this is for the jewelry brand, the Mariana Jewelry, that you're doing that for. That will absolutely be perfect. But again, that's what I love about what you do is pulling that essence of it and the energy of it. And I've seen you do that with so many ladies that come on our retreat and also turn up at our Ignite branding days. And the people that just go, I don't want to have photos taken, I don't look great in photos, and what bubbles out of them when you teach them how to do it, but just by making people so comfortable. Is there something behind that? It's so any techniques that you use to get people so comfortable and happy to do it?
I think I like to encourage them, and also having a hair and makeup done is a great way to make them more comfortable, confident in front of the camera. And if they know the color, what suits them, is great way to know, and the style. So if people can have styling and color session before the photography, that will be by Moana, of course. That will be really great. And then at the photo shoot, I teach them how to stand, how to put that pose, not too posy, but yes. So, and show them how they look from my back of my camera, and they said, "Wow, is that me?" and giving them confidence. And yes, that's how I do, and they feel more, getting used to being photographed.
I know I've seen some amazing results where people just go, "This, I can't believe that's me," and it's something else that shines through. And I have to share something with one of the people that sponsored me, and that's called Magic Minds. And what they do is help give people that energy as well. And I think that's an important factor when we're talking about branding today, and we're talking about best ways to project ourselves. And if you've got that energy, if you're sleeping well, if you haven't got the coffee jitters, if you're feeling that you've got the best lot of energy that you could possibly have, then you can project yourself even better. And can't you? Though I know for me, I have been having a small drink of Magic Minds, and I could pop it up at the camera, but if for those that are watching, and it's just a little bottle, you can sort of see it. There we go. It is, and it's really yummy. They say mix it with other drinks and everything, but I just drink the whole thing down. It tastes like passion fruit. It's really scrumptious. What I've noticed from having taking it for a couple of months now is just that extra level of energy that comes out. And then when you've got that energy, you're feeling and you're sleeping well, and everything is physically working well for you. How you project out into the world is a lot more, well, I'm going to say natural, because you're naturally well. I think that's probably a great word for it also. But yes, it's one of those things that I will, and I'll talk about a little bit again later. But I really highly recommend that for you, if you're wanting to produce the best physical component of you, then that's a great way to do it, because it offers alternatives for that energy and those bursts than coffee does, which is important. And yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt with what you were saying, but I think it's such an important factor as well, isn't it? Physical health. And I know we all participate in looking after ourselves really well. And as you said, Moana, it's not just the beauty on the outside, it's the beauty on the inside. That's that component. Sumi mentioned, making sure the women absolutely love having their makeup done and their styling done. So how do you go about doing that with your clients? Moana,
yeah. It's really important for women to wear the colours and the styles that suit them. And if I know it's for a photo shoot, I can advise them on a few different outfits to wear. So clothing that's not too fussy with, a lot of frills and things like that, because that saves time for Sumi adjusting ruffles and frills and collars. So streamlined clothing is better, and clothing that's quite fitted, not too not too many layers, and also not too many prints, because I do believe that if you have a photo taken, especially a branding photo, it can date quite easily depending on what you're wearing. So all of those sorts of things, that's why Sumi and I work so well together, because Sumi's had her colours done and her style done by me, and she's aware of what I do, and I've had my photos taken by Sumi, of course, so I'm aware of how the photo shoots work. Color is so important, and style personality is really important, and styling to suit the body shape is really important as well. And once a woman knows what clothes suit her, coloring and style, then just makes everything so easy.
And it was a bit like how I got that dress by, trying on one dress. We were able to go, no. Oh, that one probably looked good. And put it on and I went, yeah, that's it.
Well, and also I did encourage you to try on a couple of other things, because
Yeah.
I like to say that you learn so much by trying on clothes, just for fun, to try on clothes and see what they look like. And you learn more about yourself and why some clothes look good on you and some clothes don't.
That is such a good point, because there was another outfit that I tried on that I was very tempted with until I tried the dress on. And it was very different from what I would usually wear. And I know before, because I've had my colours done years ago with you, and we did go shopping, and you pulled out a jacket and a blouse. I go, oh, I wouldn't wear those things. They're still in my wardrobe, Moana, and I still wear them. Yeah.
So
And I
it's
remember you talk about a photo that stands out with my camel coloured jacket.
Yes, you stand out because everybody else in that photo was wearing black, and you really stand out because it was in one of your branding colors, and it suits you. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. And they talk about branding colors. So again, my colors have changed since we did that, and I work on the orange and the navy. Is that something that's really important when you're looking at what suits people as well, and how to tie that in with the branding?
I feel it's important. I feel that a lot of business people these days put a lot of ourselves into our business. And personally, I wouldn't like to have branding colors for my business that weren't part of my color palette. It just wouldn't gel. And I just think no matter how big your business is, the owner of the business wants to have a little bit of their essence in that business.
Yes, and I'm thinking about some of the ladies that we've taken away on retreat with us, branding retreat, is that in a lawyer and people, CEOs, getting the right colors for their particular business for them was so important, because one, it looked fantastic in the photos and the branding books, but it also fitted in with what they were doing in their as professionals and with their own businesses.
Yeah, because color, the psychology of color is so important. I always say that that's why banks have blue in their logo to signify trust and loyalty and things like that. And the police have blue in their logo, and they're just all different businesses. The psychology of color is so important.
That's quite a fun thing, is that psychology of color. Is there any other colors that we should be aware of or recognize that have a different meaning behind it?
Well, yellow, if you want to look friendly and fun, yellow is a good color to wear.
It's one of the reasons I chose orange.
Oh,
Well,
there you
other than
go.
it's my favorite color. If anyone's seen photos of my new caravan, it's got orange on it as well. But that's one of the reasons I chose orange, because it was the fun factor.
Yeah. And a lot of restaurants will have a touch of red in the restaurant because red is supposed to make you feel hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, and red is kind of a power color. So if you have anything red on, if you're going into an important meeting or something, just to sort of signify that power. And I sort of talk about gyms too, if people are going into a pump class or a weightlifting class or doing some boxing, they might wear black and red. But if you're going into a yoga class or Pilates or something relaxing, then you're probably going to wear more, maybe wear blacks, but sometimes more sort of calming colors, the purples, the aquas and things like that. So it really does affect how how you feel. And you can make yourself feel better by wearing your favorite colors.
That's really interesting. Sumi, you would notice that when you're photographing people, just certain colors really pop and others not so
Yes,
much.
I do. And I love to see match up the color what they are wearing and to the background. And sometimes it's I usually prefer bold color for them for the branding, but sometimes it's for the lifestyle kind of photos. It's some prints and soft, not too bold, but some subtle prints and going to the outside, and it's good with the environment. Like floral one would be nice with a greeny park, or the beach is some subtle lighter color I encourage. So yes, what they are wearing to match with the background is very important for me.
I would never have thought about that, but that just makes so much sense.
Mm.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's, yeah. And as soon as you start talking about it, I'm visualizing those aquas and the bright blues and the flowing pinks and things like that. It automatically pops in my mind. So
Yes.
it just seems natural.
Yes. So I love to feature different side of the clients, my clients. So I ask them to bring couple of outfits at least, and sometimes and then if I see something maybe fit to them, and ask them to try, how about this one, and how about this one from my wardrobe too to try.
Excellent. I know because the three of us take photos together quite regularly because of the marketing for the retreat, or while we're on the retreat. And I'm always in the print, and you two are always in the solid colors. I'm just looking at us now, and I've got a print top on, and you two have got the solid colors on, which
Mix like that.
it's just naturally it's what happens. And I know my wardrobe's full of prints, so that's the thing with me. Okay, now I've got to do some the branding photos. I know the solid colors look really spick when you're looking at that professional headshot type of photo as well. Okay.
Or if you are wearing some prints, maybe jacket would be nice to wear with your harmonious with your branding color and the jacket on the top. That would be more because of the jacket will be more prominent. So it would be okay to wear sometimes.
Yeah, that's a point. So I've mentioned the retreat a few times already. I know when we take away ladies on the personal branding retreat, which we've done the last couple of years, and we've had, probably, I think nearly 20 ladies that we've taken over the last 2 years, because we keep the group really exclusive and look, I have to say is we only want to take people that are fun. But I think I know for myself, the value I've got by going has been a lot more than the branding components. You, Moana, what do you take away from those retreats that it's unexpected, probably, so that we didn't expect originally?
Yeah, the connections. I think the connections, and watching women who have never met each other before connect and really network, and they carry on afterwards. After they return home, they keep those connections. And I get a lot of feedback from the women at the retreat. I learn a lot, well, just the same way that I learn a lot from my clients, even the clients at the retreat, the attendees at the retreat. I think, just I really love seeing them blossom and seeing the light go on when they have their colors done, and then when they sort of link the colors and the branding to their business, and everything just ties in beautifully, like a beautiful jigsaw puzzle. What you do, what Sumi does, what I do, and then what they bring to the table as well, because they actually are bringing a lot out of themselves. So it's not just what we are training them on, it's what they bring to the table also.
Yeah, I think that definitely is for me. Sumi, what about you as well?
Yes, and also, as Mo mentioned, connection was amazing, and between them, and they talk and more deeply, and they said many of them said no ego between all the people, and communicate and talk about, and yeah, so that is wonderful to see and learn from them too.
Yeah,
Janeen,
and
you
I
said-
love that.
oh,
No, sorry, Mo, I was going to just comment on that no ego. I think that's been such an important factor within that. And I know we've had feedback where people have gone, it's because of the three of us. So there's no ego from us either. It's just that's the joy we find with people with what is happening on retreat.
Definitely. I was just going to ask you, because you extract the story from people, they build their brand story, and that day is quite intense, but also very, I think, very cathartic for people, because they come out with a story of their lives basically that ties in with their business. What do you get that from yourself?
I am so honored with the stories that people share. What I do is, as you said, is help people craft a brand story, and it is an intense day. And what the ladies have to go away and write out more, and it's a matter of just writing anything really, and just putting everything down on paper, and then I go through and edit what they've written and pull apart things that make it, well, that's maybe I'm honored that they would share parts of stories with me. It surprises me at the openness each time from people. Then I go and not, I don't want to say edit or rewrite. I reconstruct what they have written in a way that it makes it really relevant to who they are in the world and what they do and what they give the world and their business. And it might not be as raw as what they have written, but it's still the essence of what it is. And that's my thing, is that being honored for them that they share the stories. Yeah.
I feel like that retreat is like a journey of finding self from the story and color and style and the photos, and put everything together in a storybook, and they can see or find or define themselves through all the process we go through.
I love that terminology, Sumi. I don't think we've ever said that before, that particular wording, but that's exactly what it is. A lot of people might go on a health retreat, yoga retreat to Bali, and to go find themselves, but to find themselves in their own story, in their own essence, and then be able to have something that is tangible, and then it's shown to the world, and is so different, isn't it?
Yes, and to see at the end making the storybook, and to see it's very satisfying for me too, for them to be able to give that at the end.
Yeah. And that blossoming, I think that's a word
Yes.
as well, isn't it? They
Yes.
just absolutely blossom over from the first night where we have a get to know you fun cocktail party, and then from where they are on the last day, sharing their stories and the journey that they've had with the other women. It's quite amazing.
the last time when we are talking at the last day and sharing their stories, and some of them are crying, and it touched us a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a powerful experience. So people, they're expecting the beauty work, the photography, the story, but that's all superficial. It's what's below that comes from it, isn't it? It's amazing. And I think that for anyone to be able to really learn more about their true essence, and as you said, finding self, that's such an important factor. Moana, there's so much that you do with the ladies, and that when you work with them, particularly on retreat, but any time as well, your stuff is so much fun. I mean, mine, as I was talking about, can get quite heavy, but yours is just fun. Everyone has fun with it, don't they?
They do, definitely. Yeah, a lot, as you say, a lot of women don't like shopping, and a lot of women aren't interested in clothes, but the difference that we see in the women that come, especially the women that sort of are in corporate roles or have a very demanding business, they look so different from when they arrive to when they leave. They just look so relaxed and happy, and they're really glowing. Really, really glowing. And it's a lot of people do say to me, oh wow, I'd love to do what you're doing. And I think that's the secret to find what your passion is in life and do what you love and love what you do. And it just, once you've got your style and your colors sorted, then it makes everything else that you do so much easier, creating that great first impression.
I've saved a fortune on clothes over the years since having my colours done, because again, I can just go, no, oh, that colour's good. Oh, that's style. Then I go, first I go looking for colour, and I'll go, yeah. And then some seasons there's absolutely nothing there anyway. And then when I spot something in the right colour, I'll go, is that the right style? Yeah. And I can cruise a store, which for someone who doesn't like shopping, it's awesome. I can cruise a store in about 3 minutes and pick out stuff or not pick out things. And they're not buying things. What do you say, that take up real estate in your wardrobe?
Exactly. You're taking up rent-free space in your wardrobe. So instead of clothes that you don't wear taking up 80%, it should be clothes that you love to wear taking up 80%, and the other 20% might be for special occasion wear, or clothing that you don't wear as much for a particular reason, not because you're not sure if it suits you or not, because you just know. And it makes it easier for traveling and packing. Most people know that I pack at very short notice, and I just enjoy that challenge. I'm a bit warped like that, but yeah. And also, if you are going out somewhere special, you can shop your own wardrobe. No matter how big or small your wardrobe is, you know that you will always have something to wear, especially if you are a very busy person. It makes it easy for you to get dressed in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's what I did this morning. The earlier I wake up, the more I'm pushed it for time, if that makes any sense, because you go, oh, I can fit that in, I can fit that in, I can fit that in. And before we came on this morning, I quickly jumped in the shower about 15 minutes before, and then I just pull something straight out of the wardrobe, because I know that's how quick it is, and the colours are good and everything else as well.
I was amazed how little Moana took to the retreat, and she said she did the last minute, but because you have everything work well together, so it's easy for people, because it's packing is always challenging.
Oh, I overpack all the time. It's and then figuring out what you're wearing. And I have to tell you, my colors are orange and navy, and I had an orange top with me, but then we're trying to figure out, and I tried on one of Moana's navy blazers to take a photo, and it was too small, of course. And so Moana had a navy bathroom. bathrobe.
Yeah.
So if
There'll be one.
you go look at my photos, it's all on my social media at the moment, you'll see the orange top, but it's a navy bathrobe. But Sumi got the angles of the photographs right, and it looked fine. I have now got a navy jacket that I will be taking with me to get photos on our next retreat.
Yes, I can't wait to photograph you.
And that navy jacket, is it, if it's the same one that I've
It's the same one you've got, but in my size, yes.
Yeah, it's a Trenery jacket, and it's so good because it's comfortable. It's like a cardigan, but it's got the tailoring on of a blazer. And I really, really love it. So that's what I like to do. I like to find a good quality item, and then I can tell other people about it as well. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And even the dress I bought the other day it suits me so much, but it's classic. It will never date. It'll absolutely never date at all. It's a classic item.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of putting the right jewelry with it to bring it out or make
Paint
it
it up with the accessories.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's styled perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
So Sumi, what are you looking forward to our next retreat, which is not till 2025? We might be running one earlier in the year at Port Stephens. We're still in the planning, but we're definitely running one. It's all organised, happening in June in 2025 at Palm Cove. We like to take all our Southerners guests with us to somewhere warm for a few days up north. So what are you looking forward to for the next retreat?
Yes, so because it's a new venue, so I'm so looking forward to taking photo, and we have a beautiful house to rent it out, and so there are pools and there are lots of different photos I can take. So I'm so looking forward to take a capture best version of the our guests.
And it's just a really, short walk path through to the beach, and and it looks amazing.
Beautiful palm trees and stuff. So that will be amazing to take photos.
Yeah. And I also love your photos that we've done each year when we take our ladies on the cruise, on the sunset cruise. So this will be different again, because instead of being the Whitsundays, it's going to be out of Port Douglas, the sunset cruise. So that will be something different also.
Yes, I can't wait to do that, taking lots of photos.
Yeah. And when ladies, if you're listening and going, yeah, that's a good idea, I'm going to check this out and attend, then you be prepared. There are lots of photos taken, like lots of photos taken and videos, and it just ends up the way Sumi puts everything together. You'll absolutely love it. Moana, what are you looking forward to most to for our next retreats?
Like, I always love to have fun. As well as fun, though, we do come away with something tangible. So the ladies come away with the branding storybook, their branding storybook, or a storybook about themselves with them. They're the hero in the storybook. And I'm really looking forward to, again, to a different venue. We've had two beautiful retreats in the previous venue, but it's nice to try somewhere new. And I think it's going to be quite an intimate setting, because we've got this large house that we're renting, so it will be probably very relaxed, and I think we're going to squeeze even more into this retreat, and probably even more fun times, walks on the beach early in the morning and things like that. So it will be wonderful.
I know for me, I just absolutely love getting somewhere warm for about 5 days during winter. Tropical Queensland just has a very different feel about it than anywhere else. I've done a lot of travel around this country, and without a doubt, there's amazing places everywhere. But you step on a beach in tropical North Queensland, or just the energy is different. You feel like you're instantly relaxed. You've had a calming bath or something. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like that every time. So there's so much benefit of getting yourself out of your routine. And that's what I think a lot of the ladies have told us as well, is that they they thought about going, then they second guessed themselves, and they thought about going and second guessed, and eventually made the commitment to go. And once they did and arrived, they just felt like the weight of all their business world, everything just dropped away. What they also told us is they loved the fact that they didn't have to have a passport to go overseas, but they felt like they were, you know, far enough away that they were on holidays and could just relax into the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, for me, is what I enjoy the most. So part of again what we do, and I do want to mention that Magic Minds again, because I think it's such an important factor to be able to, whatever you're doing for energy, you know, whether making sure you are getting the right amount of sleep, that you are connected with the right positive people all the time, that you they're the group of people that you hang around that build you up, not pull you down, that you are eating the right foods, you're moving your body. And what I found about Magic Minds is that, for those that know me, know that I'm very, very, very particular about any sort of additives in things, because you know, we've got one body and we need to be sure about what we put into it. Well, maybe except a glass of wine, but that's a different story. But so all of the compounds in Magic Mind are absolutely natural, and it's mostly based on green tea, but there's other components to it. So you're getting your buzz off the energy from the way they've processed this green tea. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but I am a tea drinker, and I drink a ton of tea. And what I've noticed is that I'm drinking less tea, absolutely less tea, once I have the Magic Minds. And for me, I do it in a morning. So, and I find that I can stay focused. I can be a lot more productive and a lot more creative as well. Because when you're focused, your mind's clear and you can stick on task. For anyone that is listening, I really highly recommend just giving it a trial and seeing how it goes for you, because we all want to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. So it's Magic Mind, and I think I've got a discount code or something, but I'm not sure. If anyone wants to find out a little bit more about it, then if you email me, Janeen at janeenvosper.com, then I'll send you some details. It just it's something that popped up and I gave it a try, and I really highly recommend it. And I don't recommend things that I don't believe in. So I think that's positive. So that, and that's the thing with taking yourself on retreat. That's another thing you can do for yourself that takes that stress out. That's a gift to yourself, isn't it? Absolute gift to yourself. Oh, and it's tax deductible. This is tax deductible gift to go on retreat too. It's a business retreat.
Yes.
It's not the yoga in Bali. It's an absolute business retreat. You've got something tangible that you can use as a tax deduction.
Yes, that's right. Just because it's fun, it doesn't mean we're not using it for business purpose, which it really is. That branding that you come away with just gives you that extra benefit of having a solid brand around your business and yourself, and just gives you so much more than not knowing which way you're going with your branding.
I'm talking about that. We've got something coming up in October as well. It's a bit of a lead-in. So if anyone's on the Gold Coast, based in Southeast Queensland, Sumi, tell us what it's about and what you'll be doing.
Yes, on the 5th of October, wasn't it? Yes, in the Southport, and we are doing Ignite Your Image workshop. And I am teaching everybody mobile phone, how to take a good photo with your phone. And I'm teaching it, and it's really fun.
We've done this before, and I know I've learned stuff every single time, and I hear it, but everyone gets out the phones and plays with it, and then goes, "Oh wow, really? Oh, all right." That's very cool. Moana, what will you be sharing at this Ignite Your Image?
I'll be sharing the 7 secrets to style. So covering seven secrets. Once you've got those, then that really helps a lot with your style. So you can call yourself stylish if you cover all of these. So I'll be sharing that at Ignite Your Image. And yeah, it's a way for people to ask questions. And I always learn something from Sumi, tips for the mobile phone.
Absolutely. And I'll be sharing public speaking tips. So that's one of the things I love to do, is help people get the confidence and the skills to stand up in front of an audience. And it's a touch on it, but what it is mostly is about confidence and how to have that confidence. And what I'm amazed is that when people are asked to participate, they start to feel that confidence rather than pulling away from it, which is very cool. But we've got something really special that's at the event. One of our clients is sponsoring the catering,
Yummy.
which is very, very cool. Kylie from Flavorista, Kylie and Trish, they have offered to create the food and sponsor on the day. Now, I'm a huge advocate of the Flavorista. It's a food flavoring, either savory or sweet. I bought that for my sons. I've got grown men's sons, so for Christmas, what do? They earn their own income. So I bought them food flavoring because they like to prepare food, which is an interesting food. And the flavors are incredible. The range is amazing. Moana and I taste tested a cheese log the other day. What was the flavor of that cheese log?
Mango and coconut or something, I think.
Mango, coconut lime or something.
Yeah, mango and coconut lime.
Coconut, yeah. Oh, cool. And we just had one little taste of our biscuit. I think I could have just stayed there for the rest. It was right at lunchtime and gone, oh, okay. So yes, they Kylie and Trish have offered to sponsor with the foods. So that's going to be a real bonus as well. The afternoon is $97. Am I right? So all of us, 3 of us, for 3 hours. Yeah, on the 5th of October, which is such a fun day. You get to play with cameras and just and it's not just for ladies, that one either. The retreats are, but that one it's definitely, we've had some fabulous men come along because it's such an important aspect for men to be confident in the way they look and what they wear and how their style, how they present themselves as well. So
then they'll learn how to use the phone to take great photos of you.
Well, that's what we want them doing, don't we? I know Sumi's trained her men and her son very well on how to take great photos. So before we wrap up, any other comments about, or any tips, any comments, anything that it's worth, that people will find of value that you want to mention? We'll go Moana first.
I think you deserve, every single woman out there deserves to look, feel, and be their absolute best, because it creates a ripple effect. And once you fill your own cup to overflowing, then you've got more to give to others. And we've all got responsibilities. We've all got jobs to do or businesses to run, families to look after. If you take care of yourself and feel and look and be the best that you possibly can, then you are going to stand up to whatever challenges come along your way.
Yeah, most definitely. I love that. Sumi, anything that you want to add?
Yes, just come with us to your journey, and we will have fun and find yourself.
Yeah, definitely. The information on the retreat and the Ignite will be in the show notes, and if you're looking at this on YouTube, then they'll be in those notes there. Now, also, you can find the retreat information on any of our websites, on Sumico Photography and BStyled for Life and janeenvosper.com. And also the Ignite Day is on our LinkedIn profiles. Look, there's things everywhere. There's links everywhere. The retreat is limited, even though we're booking for June 2025. We've already got people booked in, but the numbers are limited because we want to give the best support that we can possibly give, and we find that we can do that when we limit to the numbers attending. The Ignite Day, though, we can fill a room of it's still only about 20, which fills up very quickly, doesn't it? So if anything that we've talked about is of interest, then jump on, check it out, and definitely, and with the retreat, it's only a $100 deposit to start with, and then we'll have a conversation and figure out what you want to do and give you more details. The Ignite Day, $97 for the three of us, which is really quite unheard of. It's huge value. But look, all of this for us is we just want people to, as Moana said, shine. We want people to find themselves, as Sumi said, but then create that ripple effect out in the world. That if you have that level of confidence and belief in yourself and you project that into the world, then you're going to change other people's lives.
Definitely.
Yeah, most definitely. So thank you for listening and watching this special episode of the We Are Women podcast. Thank you again for those people that message, click on links and follow up on any of the information. Check in with any of us. You'll find us on, and you can contact us on any of our websites. And we look forward to you joining us on the next episode of the We Are Women podcast. Bye-bye for now.
So, do you feel stuck in a rut in business? Visit speechperfect.com.au and download Janeen's free ebook to avoid the 5 most common stumbling blocks women face in business. It's jam-packed full of tips to overcome the barriers that could be holding you back from the success that you dream your business will be. We would love you to leave a review of today's episode and share this podcast with other women in need of entrepreneurial inspiration. Subscribe to the next episode now and join the We Are Women community.